The Mobile County Public Schools presents Homeroom.
Hi, and welcome to Homeroom, where we talk about the students and the teachers who make Mobile County Public Schools the best school system in the state of Alabama. I'm your host, Director of Communication, Renee Phillips, and today we're going to introduce you to some of our scholar athletes. Now, a new program that WKRG is doing is recognizing our scholar athletes, and so we're so proud of them because they're doing what it takes to make it on the field and in the classroom. So for this segment, I have from Viger High School, Faron Brown Jr. and his mom, Tamisha Brown, who's an assistant principal at Viger. So you get to see him every day doing his thing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So Faron, you play a lot of sports. Tell us what you do at Viger.
I play a handful of sports, football, basketball, soccer, golf, tennis. But I always remember that I'm a student before the athlete, so I just work my schedule and time management, and I'm able to get it done, and I do it very well.
Time management with all those sports. And we were talking a minute ago, your GPA is what?
4.3.
4.3. So, Mama, how proud are you?
I'm extremely proud. He's always been an honor roll student from grade school, and I just have to attribute it to the fact that he's just intrinsically motivated, and the expectations are very high. He knows that, those are, I expect for him to, bring those good grades home. So he's done a good job at maintaining.
So you talked about time management. How do you do that?
I always keep a schedule on me, count my days of what I have to do on this day and that day. And it's been pretty good because with the sports just come natural for me. I've always been a gifted athlete, but with the education part, she just molded it into me. So I've always been a very smart kid, and she's helped me with that. So my mom was the educational part, and my dad was the sports part. So it just balanced each other out, and I've been doing very well with it.
And they work hand in hand, don't they? Do you think you playing on the field helps you in the classroom?
Yes, most definitely, most definitely.
Okay. So WKRG came out recently and they surprised you, and the day they wanted to do it, you were actually having a breakfast with your team to celebrate and get ready for the night's game. So we have tape of that. So let's watch the video of when KRG recognized you as a scholar athlete.
Every Tuesday, we take a moment to recognize local students who succeed in sports and in class. This week, our Scholar Athlete of the Week is Faron Brown, a Viger High School senior. He's been able to maintain a 4.26 GPA while playing 5 different sports. Faron is a defensive back for the Wolves football team, a shortstop for the baseball team, a guard on the basketball team, a midfielder for the soccer team, and he's also on the golf team. As far as academic achievements, Faron made the honor roll for the past 3 years. He is a Viger High ambassador as well as a member of the National Honor Society and the Scholars Bowl team. So congratulations, Faron, our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
So what a surprise, right? You had no idea they were coming.
No, ma'am.
So what was it like?
It was I just felt like, wow, I've been recognized for something that I've been working on for so long, and it's glad to feel that way.
And were you able to be there?
I was. Actually, that morning, I had a meeting scheduled at work. And at the last minute, Mr. Cunningham, the principal, called and said, hey, I need you to go over to the Clark Center. They're going to recognize a student. So, I managed the social media for our school. Mm-hmm. And so, I'm just thinking, bring my phone, I'm going to take a couple of pictures or whatever. I walk in. I'm looking for a student to deliver something. And then they're asking me questions, and I'm looking like, okay, yes, ma'am, I'm Miss Brown, I'm the assistant principal. And then she goes on to that. I said, you know what? I'm going to get Mr. Cunningham.
He didn't tell you it was your child.
He did not. But I was very excited for him.
Okay. So back to the sports that you play. So I'm curious, do any of them overlap? It seems like you're playing something all year round, right?
We kind of be mixed into it. So one day I'm at tennis, one day I'm at golf, and it's a lot, but I have fun playing a lot of sports. I try to keep myself busy, so it's just something that I love to do.
So what's your favorite sport?
Definitely football. Football and basketball. It's taught me so much, and I've learned both from those sports, and I use them into my life lesson. So I just been doing it since I was 3 years old, so I just love it.
So what positions do you play?
In football, I play DB, but I also from time to time go to receiver or quarterback, and in basketball, I play point guard and shooting guard.
And so one thing that you got to be a part of was the state championship team at Viger. What was that like? That was a fantastic game.
Fantastic moment. It was it's been a great year all year, and we were all together as a family, and that's what I love about Viger is when you go there, it's a family that you come into. So we love being a part of that, and that was just a very remembering moment.
And just to be the state champion, like I know that you love to win a game, but to be the best in the state, what was that like?
It's just we worked so hard, and we done everything we did that whole year, and that's what made it so great.
Now, what do you want to do? You have so many options for your future. So what do you want to do?
I would definitely love to continue playing football, but I also want to major into engineering or kinesiology, and also do business. So.
Okay, so you're a science person.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Well, congratulations. We are so proud of you, and good job, Mom.
Thank you.
I know you're proud.
I am super proud.
Well, we have to break for commercial, and when we come back, we're going to introduce you to more of our scholar athletes. So stay tuned for Homeroom.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ayla, hi.
Oh, hi, Sierra. How are you?
Good, how are things?
Things couldn't be better.
What do you mean?
Well, I just started this new job as a school teacher with the Mobile County Public Schools, and it has been a life changer. Great benefits, the hours are great, and great students. Just overall, it's a great opportunity.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. I'm going to look into that.
You should.
For more information, visit mcpss.com/job opportunities.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today I'm introducing you to some of our scholar athletes who've been recognized by WKRG for their accomplishments on the field and in the classroom. So joining me for this segment, we have two friends from Davidson High School, and they were named separately. We have Lydia Burnham, a volleyball star at Davidson, and Bailey Baxter, who's on the swim team at Davidson. And so tell us, what's it like to be recognized as a scholar athlete?
Yeah, sure. It's definitely a huge honor to see something that you've been a part of and working so hard in both your sport and in your classroom being recognized. So it's really cool to see recognition for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just very rewarding to get an award for something that you work very hard at for all 4 years of high school. So.
Right. So Lydia, they surprised you with the award,
Yes,
and we
ma'am.
have some tape of that from WKRG. So let's watch the tape.
Well, every week we honor students who succeed in sports and in the classroom. This afternoon, our Scholar Athlete of the Week is Davidson High School senior Lydia Burnham. She shows her skills on and off the volleyball court. She racked up a 3.8 GPA and scored a 32 on the ACT. On the court, Lydia is the captain of the Warriors volleyball team. She's also a member of the 2021 Mobile County Coaches Association All-County team. Off the court, she is a member of the National Honor Society and is an AP scholar with an academic letter. Lydia is always prepared, always enthusiastic, and she inspires her teammates. So congratulations, Lydia Burnham, our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
So that's awesome. So you're a captain on the volleyball team.
Yes,
Tell us,
ma'am.
what's it like to play volleyball?
Playing volleyball, especially at Davidson, it's such a great experience for leadership. Especially this past year, we had a younger team. There's only one other senior, and so getting to learn a lot more about like helping out the younger girls and getting close to them and helping them grow in their skill and also as a teammate. It's been a really great experience.
The teamwork. I got to watch a volleyball game recently,
ma'am.
and it's the setting each other up to score and
Yes,
the
ma'am.
defense. A lot of teamwork goes into that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of it, and it's a very important factor that you all get along and like have connection with each other and trust each other. So that's something that we definitely had this season.
So good life skills. And Bailey, so you're on the swim team, and so we do have some film of when WKRG came out and recognized you. So let's watch that.
Each week, we showcase a local student who succeeds in sports and academics. They are our Scholar Athlete of the Week. And this week, that is Bailey Baxter, a senior at Davidson High School. Her GPA is 5.14. She scored a 33 on her ACT, and she is a member of the Warriors varsity swim team. Bailey qualified for the Alabama High School Athletic Association's sectional swim meet and helped two relay teams qualify for the state championship meet. In her classroom, Bailey's a member of the National Honor Society, president of the Spanish Club, captain of the High Q team, and is one of the leaders of the school's Model UN. She also is a two-time AP Scholar. Congratulations, Bailey Baxter, this week's Scholar Athlete of the Week.
So how exciting. So how long have you been swimming?
So just during high school, it's been 4 years, but I've been swimming for the past 8 or 9 total. I mean, it's been a big part of my life for as long as I can remember, swimming on club teams and summer teams. So yeah, it's just been a long time.
And swimming is one of the things you can start so young and continue throughout your life. What's your favorite stroke?
I swim freestyle. It's my main thing that I go for state and such. So
you love the freestyle?
Yes.
Okay, and we were talking earlier about the fact that you guys do a lot of activities together besides your sports, which are fantastic. So tell us, you do the High Q team and the United Nations?
Yes, Model UN. So I'm the chair for that, but Lydia.
Yeah, I'm part of the delegation, so I get to participate in it.
Yep,
tell us what that is, if we've never seen it before.
So it's a conference held by Davidson. It's an invitational Model United Nations, and essentially you're participating as a country, and you have 3 or 4 delegates, and you're just going through procedures. It's a 2-day conference downtown. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, it's just a good learning opportunity. It's facilitating debate and research and such.
It's so much fun, and getting out, be able to like speak about the country you've learned so much about. It helps you learn more about like what's going on in the world around you, and like kind of open up your eyes to like not just your little small area of Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, so what countries have you had to learn about?
So last year I was Russia. So it's been COVID for the previous 2 years, so we've only been able to participate our junior year. So I was a major power. I was Russia with 3 other delegates, and you were?
I was Australia with 2 other delegates, and it was so much fun.
Oh, that's cool. Yep. So you have to learn about the country, the politics of the country.
And you write resolutions. So I think I had 4.
Yeah, you have 4.
And then you practice diplomacy?
Yes.
Pretty much. Cool. Well, try to practice diplomacy. It's really awesome.
It's hard, right? You learn how some of the challenges that the leaders of these countries would
Yeah.
face when they're trying to pass resolutions and laws. And then you're both in the EPIC program in IB,
Yes.
or tell us about that.
So I'm a part of the EPIC program. It's our engineering pathways at school. I'm a part of the biomed. Aren't you also?
No, engineering.
She's in engineering. And so biomed, I got to take classes like AP biology and human anatomy and physiology, just to like learn more about those specific topics and see how it applies to like an overall engineering field. And it's been really rewarding to like have some smaller class sizes and some like higher level classes to learn about. So
yeah, so I'm in the engineering pathway in EPIC, and so I've been able to double up on my AP physics, and just I've also dabbled in computer science as well. But I'm also a part of the IB program, so it's a really tight-knit, small class. I think there's 16 of us, and it's very rigorous and it's demanding academically. It's extremely demanding, but we all get through it together, and yeah.
And you have very high GPAs. What are your GPAs?
I'm pretty sure mine's a 4.63.
Wow.
Yeah, mine's a 5.1.
Awesome. So do you have any favorite teachers, or are they helping you out with all these accomplishments?
Yeah, so I have some amazing teachers I've had at Davidson. Miss Barbosa, who was my volleyball coach for my first 3 years, and she's also my English teacher. She's helped out a bunch. And so is my history teacher, Mr. Dawson, this year.
Yeah, I really love all of my teachers. I think that's what's so special about IB is you're with these teachers all 3 or 4 years of high school, so you really get to build a bond with all of them. But my coach was also my history teacher last year, so I enjoyed that.
Oh, cool.
It's interesting.
So we have to break for commercial, but first tell us what you want to do when you graduate.
Oh, so I hopefully will go into a pre-med program and go to medical school eventually.
Great.
I plan on going to Samford and majoring in nursing.
Really cool. So as you can see, we have wonderful scholar athletes. We have to break for commercial, but when we come back, I'll introduce you some more of our scholar athletes. So stay tuned for Homeroom.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today I'm introducing you to some of our scholar athletes who've been recognized by WKRG for their excelling on the field and in the classroom. So joining me, I have from Baker High School, Hunter Kilgore and Maggie Schuler. So tell us, you do a lot of things at Baker. You're in AP classes and play sports.
I do a few things. I play soccer and I play football. I'm the kicker in football, and then I play center back in soccer.
I run cross country and track, and I do a variety of clubs, and I'm also a Azalea trailmate, so I do a lot from Baker.
That's a lot. And so Hunter, KRG came out and surprised you with this award. We have some video of that, so let's take a look.
Each week, we like to recognize students succeeding in sports and in class. We call them our Scholar Athlete of the Week. And this week, that student is Hunter Kilgore, a Baker High School senior. When he's not kicking field goals on the gridiron or clearing the field in soccer, he is scoring in academics. Hunter has a 4.6 GPA, his ACT score 29, and he is ranked 16th out of Baker's 526 students this year. Hunter is a member of the National Honor Society, the senior class treasurer, and a member of the youth leadership of Mobile. He shows a commitment to his academics as well as his performance on the field, is what we are told. So we want to say congratulations, Hunter Kilgore, our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
How fun. So what was that like to be surprised?
I honestly did not know it was coming. So I was going to my third class today, and they were like, Hunter, come to the library. And I was like, okay. And then I walked in there, and I saw the mascot, and I was like, what is this? And they're like, you got Scholar Athlete. And I was like, yay. Because, most of the time, we don't get recognized for stuff like that because we might not have, as an athlete, we have that extra rigor of being in sports and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we don't get that extra recognition for our academics. So that was really special.
Mm-hmm. And that's what does make this special, because you both have GPAs that are very high. Right. You're in the AP capstone program and you want to be doctors. That's fantastic. So Maggie, tell us what it was like when you were surprised.
I honestly was very happy because I know I worked very hard, of course, in the classroom and outside of that with athletics. And I was just honestly happy to be recognized and know that people really are watching, and probably other people are looking up to me to see what I do, and it just feels good. So
we have video of that, so let's watch the video of Maggie's surprise.
Every week, we take a moment to recognize a different local student who succeeds in sports and in academics. They are our Scholar Athlete of the Week. And this week, that's Baker High School senior Maggie Schuler. Maggie is a member of the Hornets cross country and track teams. On the track, she runs in the 3,200, 1,600, and 800 meter runs, as well as the 4x800 run. She has a 5.0 GPA. She scored a 28 on her ACT and is ranked second out of 526 students. Wow. Maggie is also a member of the National Honor Society, an AP scholar, a winner of the Distinguished Young Women's Scholarship, and an Azalea trailmate. She has a lot going on. Congratulations, Maggie, our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
That's fantastic. So how do you do all these things?
Time management skills. That's the biggest thing for me. So I have a running reminder in my phone of the homework assignments and all those things I have to do. So then it just stays on my home screen of the things I have to do. And that's how I stay in check of the things I need to do in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also kind of do the same thing. I always know that I have school and I need to try and get as much done there as I can. Then I have practice and then come home and study. And it's kind of like that all week, but honestly, I kind of enjoy it, having that kind of schedule.
Do you have a favorite activity that you do, if you had to pick one or two?
Academically or?
Yeah, academically.
Well, I really like AP Chem because of our teacher, Miss Stevens, and then AP Calculus last year with Miss Ag. She was one of my coaches, so I really like both of those teachers a lot. They're definitely two of my favorites.
She was one of our countywide teachers of the year.
Yeah.
I remember when we got to go give her that award.
Yeah, Miss Stevens is pretty good as well. But as far as extracurricular, I really enjoy soccer because last year I was the captain on the varsity team, and so that was pretty important to me. And so that plays into a lot of the things I do as being a leader in those sports and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been playing soccer?
Oh, I've been playing soccer competitively for my club since 6th grade, and then in rec I started when I was 5. So.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been running?
I've been running since 7th grade, so not as long, but I danced for most of my life, and I kind of just did it for fun, and now I really I've done 3 half marathons, and then running, of course, with the team. It's my favorite thing to do.
Oh wow! How do you prepare for a half marathon?
You do a lot of training, a lot of running. You eat really well, and
I don't know, just find motivation in yourself to do it, run with your friends. That's what I do.
So have you guys learned some important lessons on the field that carry into your classroom work?
Yeah, so I've carried, like, the sports I play are obviously very competitive, so like I've taken that idea into the classroom as like competing like other students for like the grades in the class. So like I have a friend group and we all compete over who has the best grades, and it's kind of just fun to do that kind of thing because it kind of combines the two, the best of both worlds.
I really just kind of focusing on never giving up, because that's kind of always like, that's kind of my motto with running. And it's just like, if I'm having like a hard day or struggling with learning a concept, I have to remind myself I can't give up, because you have to keep going so you can work to get that grade, which I guess is really just my biggest thing in the classroom.
That's awesome. So do you have any advice for students who are maybe in middle school thinking about coming into high school and doing some of these same things?
Get used to a planner, because that will help. You think you remember your homework in class, but when you get home and after, especially after like your sports practices and stuff, you probably forget, so keep a planner.
Please tell my son that. Yeah. I keep telling him, use that planner. Go ahead.
I say, honestly, just do it, because if I didn't have running, I feel like, honestly, my motivation for school may not be as high, because I really just love doing both so much. And I've had, like, my coaches, like Coach Agnew, Paul Agnew, and Miss Agnew, Jessica Agnew, and also Chris Roberts, are all, like, they really helped me inside the classroom and outside, and I just love all of them. They've helped me so much.
That's great. And I know you both want to go on to medical school, and you're going to do great things in our community, and we're so proud of you. So we have to break for commercial, but stay tuned, and we'll introduce you to more of our student athletes and to our Director of Athletics for the county. So stay tuned for Homeroom.
High school students, are you looking for a way to become a better leader? Then the Junior Officers Training Corps may be what you're seeking. If you would like to develop self-reliance, learn ways to be more responsible, and improve your communication skills, you can do that and more when you register for the Junior Officers Training Corps. The JROTC program is available to all high school students in Mobile County. JROTC, we build a better you.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today I'm introducing you to our scholar athletes who've been recognized by WKRG for being great on the field and in the classroom. And joining me, I have Layla Shannon, who's a star athlete at Blount High School, and Brad Lowell, who is over all the athletics for Mobile County Public Schools. I know you've been proud watching this.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, this is what it's about. I mean, it's these student athletes that, like Layla, and others that we talked about earlier. I mean, the phenomenal job that they do on and off the field. I mean, people just don't understand a lot of times that the time that it takes to be, you know, engaged in their academic work, but also participate in athletics.
Right, because Layla, you play two different sports. Tell us about those sports.
So I play volleyball and also basketball. In volleyball, I am setter and outside hitter, and in basketball, I'm small forward and power forward.
So pretty much anytime the gym is open at Blount, you're practicing.
I'm there.
You're there. Well, we have some video when WKRG came out and recognized you, so we're going to watch that.
We honor students who succeed in sports and in class. Tonight, our Scholar Athlete of the Week is Layla Shannon, a senior at Blount High School. There she is. When she's not playing basketball or volleyball, she's hitting the books. With an impressive 4.1 GPA, Layla has taken honors classes for the past 3 years. She's an AP student as well as a member of the National Honor Society. She is also part of the dual enrollment program between Blount and Bishop State Community College. She's involved in Blount's Healthcare Access Program Academy and will complete the CNA certification this year. So we want to say congratulations, Layla Shannon, who again is our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
That's great. So what was it like to be recognized for all of your accomplishments?
It was very exciting. I was just happy because the work that I've been doing, it was recognized, and see that I'm actually here and doing things. It was good.
Yeah, because you've got your sports, and then you're also very involved at Blount. So tell us what you do at Blount.
I'm in National Honor Society, and I'm also in HOSA.
So, and you want to go into a health career, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
I think that's been neat about this episode is it seems like all of our scholar athletes are interested in health and going to medical school. So why do you think that is?
I think, you know, for me, when I talk about volleyball and all that, I'm like, you know, it's a lot of math and science in these things. People may not think about it, but it is. And so I think that a lot of athletes go into health careers or math or some type of STEM thing because it's what you do. Like when you're shooting or when you're hitting, it's all about angles. So when I say it's all about angles, so I think that's what it is for me. So I'm really interested in science and math at the same time. I think that's what it is.
All the math teachers are loving that answer, right? Because you're putting all the geometry to use.
Yes, ma'am.
And the teamwork. How important is it to be a team?
It's very important. You really can't win unless you're working together as a team. Nothing's a single person thing when you play in a team sport.
And that's some of the skills we teach our students, right? The teamwork, the leadership.
Yeah, I think Layla brought out some good points there. Athletics teaches you a lot of life skills that filters down not only in everyday life but also in the classroom. And she brought out some very good points there of how it kind of works together and balances with each other.
So what you're learning on the court translates into the classroom.
Every day, yes, ma'am.
And how has Blount been? Do you have great teachers?
Yes, ma'am. I think that especially my English teacher, because I'm in dual enrollment, so we get the college and she also does life. She says she teaches life. So I think that that's maybe one of my favorite classes. And then also science and math, because those are my passions.
And we've talked about before the fact that students need something that makes them want to go to school every day.
Yes,
so do you think it's important? Would you give advice to your fellow students to do something they love?
Yes, ma'am. It definitely, doing what I love gives me the motivation to continue, and because I love both aspects, the educational part and the athletic part. So both of them hand in hand give me motivation to continue doing either one.
And we do offer a lot of sports in Mobile County so that there's something for everyone. Right?
We do. We try to offer as many things as we possibly can because we want our students involved in extracurricular activities, and because we feel like that the more we can get students involved in something at the school, the more engaged they're going to be in the classroom too.
Because we have the volleyball, the basketball, football, cheerleading, and some unusual ones, fishing.
Yeah, we do have some fishing teams and esports, and we've also added a few newer sports with wrestling and you mentioned esports and indoor track too, which competes more toward Montgomery area. But we're just trying to expand and try to find something that all of our students can do to be part of something.
And Layla, you're a senior. You've been very successful. Do you have any advice for younger students on how they can follow in your path?
Yes, ma'am. I definitely say keep your head in and don't stop working, because once you stop, you're gonna fall behind. Because when you're in high school already by itself is very busy, very it makes you have to become engaged with the coursework. So doing coursework, and then if you want to be an athlete, you really have to stay on top of everything.
That's great, and we're proud of you and that you've stayed on top of everything, and we know that you're going to do great things as you graduate. So that's all the time that we have on Homeroom. Thank you so much for joining us as we've met these awesome student athletes, and we'll see you next time on Homeroom.